Islam in this country is a proselytizing religion. It wants to expand. It would like to be the main religion in this country if it possibly could. Go anywhere now and you'll see new mosques on high points in cities. You'll see open demonstrations of Muslim piety of this kind everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Peter Hitchens. Take a look.
I'm an imam in Oxford, and in my Friday sermon I gave 3 compelling reasons why we shouldn't allow the burqa and the niqab to become fashionable commodities in British society.
Should they be banned?
No, I think the British way is not to ban something because it becomes counterproductive. But I want to really elaborate on the 3 reasons, and I want the audience to consider these 3 reasons. The first reason is that nowhere in the Quran is the word burqa or niqab being used. No whatsoever. Also, the burqa and the niqab is a pre-Islamic custom coming from Byzantium and Persia and incorporated in the Islamic society later. Second argument against the burqa and the niqab, that it is sexist and discriminatory. If it's okay for a Muslim woman to hide her face, then Muslim men should hide their faces as well. We are not allowed to hide our face. I can't go into Barclays Bank or the post office or the government office with my balaclava or my motorcycle helmet. So why should we allow in this society, when we have gender equality, why should we allow Muslim women that right? But I need to develop...
Develop it through the course of the debate, because there's some potent points there. Hamza, please come back on those points. Then we'll open it up.
I've got to stress that it's a freedom of choice. I've chosen to cover my face. I'm not doing it because somebody else has told me to do it, or I'm feeling suppressed into doing it.
You mentioned the word scholars. Now, like other scholars, they use the hadith. For those of you who don't know, the hadith are the supposed sayings of the Prophet, mostly compiled 250 years after his death. Many, not all, but many are suspect and fraudulent.
But this is not subservience or subjugation. This is entirely your choice.
Absolutely. But it is true that the Prophet's wives would cover their faces. And to be close to the Prophet's lives and the Prophet's wives' lives.
So if the Prophet's wives...
It's also a level of piety as well.
But the Quran itself says that the Prophet's wives are distinctive and different from other women. So you can't claim that bit. This issue is really something that you are saying it is religious. I'm quite happy for you, anyone to have freedom, but it's based on your cultural interpretation and not the religious requirement of Islam.
But Hamza, do you not see that it might some people find it alienating and some people find it threatening, because the face is such a vital part of our communication, is it not?
Agreed, but then we live in a free country, and I think we should be able to dress as we please.
I don't think Hamza should be criticised for her choice, her piety, but I think this is this is above religion. This is about a woman's choice to what she wants to wear, and I think that it's about time men like Sarkozy and Jack Straw stopped going into women's wardrobes. You know,
why is it okay for me to show my face but her not to show her face? That's discriminatory, isn't it?
That is her choice. She chooses to dress like that because it's part of her faith.
It's not part of her faith. It's part of a culture, a tribal tradition, the Wahhabi, the Salafi interpretation of Islam. This is the latest fad. Your mother never wore a burqa, so why are you wearing one?
Hamza?
My mother did wear a burqa.
Well, I'm not quite sure about that.
Okay, Anna Joy, you want to come in? Labour PPC?
Yeah, can I just bring a different perspective to this, because I think that you're quite wrong, actually. If you look, I want to talk about the evolution of British women in the last 150 years, and I'm afraid, without trying to cause any offence to the young lady in front of me, your dresswear has absolutely nothing to say to me about the evolution of women, modern women, in British society. If you look at the evolution of women's role in British society, from the vote through to equal pay, through to maternity leave, you know, those are absolutely key moments.
Is it not her choice to wear what she wants to wear?
It is her choice, but
people go through... We see people in life, Anna Joy, don't we, with bits of metal through their face.
Well, Nicky, but with the greatest respect, I think that this is a question about the kind of civil society that we in modern Britain want to live in the 21st century.
Okay.
And I think that the burqa does not have a place in a modern British civil society.
Against that view, it does show an evolution of British society, that maybe 150 years ago people weren't allowed to cover their faces because women weren't equal. But now they have the freedom to cover their face if that's what they will.
That's rather paradoxical, isn't it?
It's a paradox. If it's evolution or free will.
Yeah. Father Jerry, you're not a father, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm Methodist.
You're someone's father, maybe?
Yes. I didn't think about that.
Sorry about that. Yes, that's a bit worrying for a man in a dog collar. What about this? Is this a sign, a symptom of subjugation?
I want to approach it from a purely pragmatic point of view. If we ban the burqa, or whatever it's called, I'm not even sure that's the right word for it.
Niqab, burqa, the general idea.
If we ban that, where do we stop? Do we then go on to ban turbans, crosses, dog collars? Do we go on to ban everything else?
The difference surely is that Badisha, her face is being covered. But what, Peter Hitchens, what does it say about what they think about men, that our passions could be so easily inflamed? Look at all these bare faces that we've got in the studio. Are we all uncontrollable sex beasts or something?
Well, I was going to ask you, Hamza, if she wouldn't mind. Do you feel, as you look around here, that all the other women here should be dressed as you are?
It's personal choice.
It is their choice now, but in the kind of society you would presumably prefer, it might not be so much
I
of a
think
choice.
it would be a safer society.
You think it would be a safer society if they all wore what you wore?
Absolutely.
But isn't this the problem with Islam, that it is, in fact, when it's a minority religion, it's all very liberal and open and a matter of choice. But if it becomes the majority religion and controls the society, then the choice goes, and people are told what to do, and it isn't your choice.
No, not at all. I don't. At the end of the day, what feminist battles were fought in this country, what the feminist achievements were the right for women to self-determination, to make decisions for ourselves, be it about contraception, be it about marriage, be it about how we dress, be it about whether we mould our bodies to the conception.
Isn't she saying, I don't want to be part of your society by covering her face up?
This is a question you have to ask her, and that's a question she's responded to you by saying no. She's saying to you, this is a choice I find empowering, and feminism is about supporting women who found empowerment, whatever route they find their empowerement through.
That's quite
well, let me bring it, Father Stephen in. Nasser, I will come to you and Hamza again. But the difference is, we can see, with a nun, we can see her face.
I was thinking, I teach at a secondary school here in New York, and I took some of the teenagers to one of the convents for Mass, to see them and to talk to them. And one of the great things was that they, when we were walking home to school, some of the kids were saying, "Gosh, Father, we didn't realise they were so happy." They were quite genuinely shocked that somebody could become a nun, give their life to God,
but they could see
and
their
still
face.
be happy. But they could see their face. And my friend here is right. There are pious traditions that are associated with different religions, and it's their choice. It's totally our friend his choice, and we shouldn't persecute her for that. And this is England. We don't ban things that aren't harmful to other people. However, I would just say a pure observation, and I don't mean this judgmentally at all, but what I mean is, I've been sitting here for the last 3/4 of an hour, and I can see you smile. I can see you're a happy Muslim, and that encourages me. I mean that genuinely, and it's nothing to take away from you at all, but it's just that I can see that, and it's a witness to me that you're happy in your Muslim faith. Just that, hopefully, I come across as a happy priest, and the nuns did to the children. It's just that also maybe just add that element of witness.
Father, if you're happy, we're happy. Peter, go on.
Just dwell slightly upon a point here.
Okay.
Islam in this country is a proselytizing religion. It wants to expand. It would like to be the main religion in this country if it possibly could. What
religion wouldn't?
Well, Judaism, for instance, wouldn't. And this is already a Christian country, so it's a slightly complicated thing to have Islam proselytizing and seeking to expand itself. And you go anywhere now and you'll see new mosques on high points in cities. You'll see open demonstrations of Muslim piety of this kind everywhere. It has a purpose. The thing is this: I'm all in favour of people being able to wear what they like, and I think that if we're going to have freedom for Islam to behave in this way, then we should remember we should also make sure that Christians are free to say and think and do what they like as well, which is increasingly becoming a problem. They're not, and there are a lot of assaults on Christianity in the society. But the real point here about Islam is this: if it seeks to become the majority in the main religion in this country, does it really actually want all women to dress as Hamza does? I suspect it does, and I think that's the argument we should really be having, not about her right to do as she wishes, which I wouldn't want to interfere with, but with what Islam actually wants in this society.
Can I just challenge Peter a second?
Please do.
I mean, I would like to know how many people in here have been pressurised or approached by a Muslim to convert to Islam. I would really like to, if
It
anybody
doesn't,
can
take that, it doesn't take that form, Yvonne. The form it takes is that you send your child to a Christian school and he comes home and he says he's been asked to design a mosque. And this happens a lot.
Nasser, you want to come in here?
Islam is very strong.
You met
Peter Hitchens did not mince his words there. And I think that is greatly appreciated, saying the raw, naked truth as he sees it. One thing to point out is when Peter said that Islam is a proselytizing religion and wants to take over, the other guy, the Muslim there, he didn't deny it. He just said, which religion isn't, right? So essentially, it's an admission. And I notice this often. It's like a lot of the time when you say, oh, does Islam, is Islam trying to take over the West? A lot of Muslims won't deny that because they know it is true that they want Islam to enter every home. Now, that's very uncomfortable. And now Muslims could say, well, Christians want everybody to come to Jesus. But actually, Christians don't pursue it in the same way that Muslims do, right? They don't go and literally try to force people to convert to Christianity or to force people to accept Jesus. They try sometimes. There are often some, preachers here and there, but it's not like a mass global movement of conversion. Whereas Islam is trying to take over places and then mass convert everybody, via Sharia law or, make them dhimmis. So essentially, there's no denial. There's just which religion doesn't want to take over the world, right? So even an atheist who is, opposed to all religions sees a distinction between Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, in that Islam is particularly a dangerous and more relevant threat, right? A very, Islam taken to its extreme is far more dangerous than Christianity and Judaism taken to their extreme. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored. You can also go to our channel memberships page and join there as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.